Ooh. 40 Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
40 Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
40 Roddy Ricch would make hits.
If 40 still has hits in the bag, I'm not sure if he does.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the StereoVision podcast.
What's up?
How y'all doing? Thank y'all for rocking with us again today. We got a great episode for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Spencer, talk to me about what you've been tapped into recently, man.
This week, I feel like this week was kind of dry as far as projects.
Most definitely.
We can get into new music here in a second, but today I've been on the Uzi wave. I had to finish Miles Off in the Aux battle with an unreleased Uzi cut.
Tap into that Aux battle. Watch how Spencer got embarrassed.
Relax. Expect the SoundCloud Aux battle to be out in the next couple of days. It's just being edited right now, but you'll see Miles get dusted. But anyway, it definitely spurred a big Uzi day for me. Just unreleased. Like, I was looking at all the singles that never landed on projects, you know. Zaboomafoo with Hoodrich Pablo Juan.
So you were deep.
Yeah, I was listening.
Like, you were deep in this man's catalog.
Yeah. Like, I was trying to listen to everything he's put out today, just running it back, remembering, you know, because I feel like you really lose a lot of those singles that don't land on projects. Especially, like, I restarted my whole Spotify catalog, you know, through quarantine, and I was trying to hit all the albums, but you miss cuts like No Paddock, you know what I'm saying, and shit that just kind of falls through the cracks. So it was a good Uzi day. It was a good Uzi day for me.
I could definitely feel you on, like, carrying the vibe from last night, because after my dub, I was feeling real good.
Yeah.
So I was just tapped into a bunch of different SoundCloud cuts.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of unreleased Trav, of course, always. You know that's my guy, one of my favorites. I saw some, like, really old school Drake, bro. Have you listened to, like, Comeback Season?
Like... yeah, but not a lot.
That, like, era of Drake and, like, 9 a.m. in Dallas. I love
all those. I almost played. There was a couple that I almost played, but then I realized they all came out on Care Package.
Boy, you getting killed next time, bro. The stuff I ain't even pull out on you yet, bro.
It's the same. You underestimate the fuck out of me. I swear to God. Always underestimate me. You don't even think I'm coming with
I respect this man's music taste.
But anyway. Other shit I've been bumping this week. There were some noteworthy releases. Benny the Butcher dropped a single this week with Lil Wayne and Big Sean.
He's dropping an album, right?
Yeah, this week.
Yes,
executively produced by Hit Boy.
Yes, sir. Shout out Hit Boy. He's been doing a lot of work this year. Is he having an Alchemist level year?
No.
How close is it?
I don't think it's...
You don't think it's close at all?
No, I do. Because, he did the Nas tape. He did the Big Sean tape.
And I feel like he's just done a lot of songs.
I think I'm forgetting something. I've heard the Hit Boy tag everywhere.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work this year.
Let's see what he's been on.
I'm pretty sure, because for me, I feel like Metro, I guess, might have had if people really rock with that 21 Savage tape like I did, I've been getting mixed reviews.
I've heard everyone say they rock with it. They just don't like the comparison to Savage Mode 1. That's all I've heard. You've heard people say they don't like it?
Sitting back on it,
yeah.
Y'all are going to get real used to the hot takes, real in-the-moment opinions from us, because looking back, I don't think this is better than Savage Mode 1.
Yeah.
Like, at all. But I do still really like it.
I still think I'm there.
You're wild.
I think it's better music. I don't know.
It's better music. It's more mature.
Yeah, and that's what I like.
I feel you.
Like, Savage Mode 1 was a cool place in time. High School Spencer was bumping it. It was fun. But... I'll still play some of those songs and shit, but Savage Mode 2 is what I need right now.
You're crazy if you're saying that's only a high school tape.
It's not. It's going to live a lot longer. I'll continue to play those songs. Yeah. But I don't know. I just think they're one-dimensional. They're really good, but they're one-dimensional. You know what I mean? They're for a certain time and place, whereas the new album, I feel like, is going to get more spins just because... I don't know. The music has more layers. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper. There's more there.
I feel that. And Metro definitely evolved and shined on this. And I think just talking about artists in this newer generation, I love to hear when they get a little more experimental or they get a little more musical. Because sometimes I get really taken aback. Like we're gonna touch on Trippy in a little bit. Like, when I hear Trippie Redd on a song like Forever Ever, or like a song like You Put Me On, like Oomps' Revenge, bro, like, I really like when I hear that from him. I take a step back. I'm like, wow, I really forget he has this in his bag, bro.
Yeah, except he hasn't pulled it out in a while. We can talk about Trippy now.
Yeah. How do you feel about the singles?
Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was right on par with everything that I think he released on the Before the Storm Internet Money project, and I think it was kind of what I expected from Trippy, which is a small step up from where he's been the last 6 months, 8 months, but a large step down from where he was throughout the beginning half of his career.
So you're saying that as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
like, are you just not bumping his new shit like that, really?
No, yeah.
Okay.
And it just doesn't. It's not as interesting. And some might say it's because he's nichey. He has this one thing, and you got tired of it. I don't think that's the case, because I still am not tired of Love Letter 1, Love Letter 2, Life's a Trip, any of that shit.
So when did that exclamation mark album come out?
That was early 2020.
That was this year?
Yeah.
That was this year.
No, because Love Letter 4 came out. I think Exclamation Point came out at the end of 2019.
Yeah, right.
And Love Letter 4 came out this year.
So I was more tapped into exclamation mark than I was the last project, for sure.
Yeah.
And like, I felt like even if I didn't love it, he tried.
Yeah, but
like he tried
cool.
at
Clap
least a
him up
little.
for participation.
No.
What do you want?
I mean, like, by that I mean, like, I felt like he wasn't stagnant, at least. So that's why I'm intrigued by this next project, and he keeps me coming back, because I haven't felt him get stale yet. There might have been glimpses of it on the last project.
Man, I think he's been stale. I think A Love Letter 3 was even kind of stale to me.
Okay.
And I really like Trippy, but...
Were you bumping him a lot in high school, though?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't tapped like
heavily.
that. I wasn't tapped in like that.
He was, like, the guy at our high school. Like, the SoundCloud days. Like, I remember, like, that's how I got put on 6ix9ine was the Polls video. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, some people were, like, really rocking with it, I knew from the jump. But still, like... It was back, like, right when that shit dropped, pre-Love Letter 1. That's when I started.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy to think who was everyone's first, like, SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah.
Like, mine was for sure X, R.I.P., obviously. But
Really?
I remember my boy Jack he played me Look at Me, like, I want to say, like, 6 months before it blew up, bro.
Yeah.
This man, okay, shout out this man 2 times. He sent me Mo Bamba a year before it blew up.
I sent motherfuckers Mo Bamba a year before it blew up.
And
that was me,
what?
bro. And I literally screenshotted that and had to show everyone. Like, when it started blowing up, I was like, I don't want to be that guy, but just so you know.
I called it.
You know, I sent Ian Harkis Mo Bamba exactly 10 months before that song came out. He has the text.
Bro.
And speaking of Ian, bro, I want to shout out the homie too. Ian's the one that put me on Trippy back early in high school. That's the boy. Ian, if you're watching, appreciate you.
So those SoundCloud rappers, bro, those guys that got their start there.
Yeah.
Who do you think has separated themselves the most out of that era?
So you're talking like Famous Dex, X,
Ski Mask, Juice a little bit,
Juice, Trippy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think it's Denzel.
Yeah.
Gathering my thoughts. I think he was early on the SoundCloud wave. I think he was even that Florida scene. With the connection to Space Ghost Perp was doing it before even some of the people we know as SoundCloud rappers.
Would you say Ultimate put him on?
Well, yes, but I think...
No, I feel you. I misspoke.
I think Ultimate put him on, but I think he already had a core fan base. Like a really strong core fan base because of SoundCloud.
Wow.
And so the blow up really made him
you
more
were
than
part
just
of
a
that?
hit song could have been.
You were part of that though. Oh, you weren't part of the SoundCloud?
No, I was not part of the
because
Denzel
I had
SoundCloud
no
wave.
idea he even had a SoundCloud catalog like that, to be honest.
I had to go back. There's a ton of stuff, bro.
Okay.
I'll show you some of it, but like all those early Florida mixtapes.
Uzi's
because
not
most
one.
of it isn't even like under Denzel. It was released under Raider Clan, Space Ghost Perp, like that kind of shit.
Who's Space Ghost? Space Ghost Perp wasn't him though, right? That was just someone he was affiliated with.
Yeah, no.
Okay, because I seen that name on songs. That's
yeah,
why.
Space
Okay.
Ghost Perp is like the OG, the Florida OG,
Yeah.
tied in with ASAP Mob, tied in with Lil B. He just has all these connections. You know what I'm saying?
Out of Florida?
Yeah.
The Mob got Florida ties. That's very interesting.
Yeah, of course. No, but for me, it's Denzel. From the other group, it's probably. Who do you got? Who's your
My SoundCloud guy?
Who separated themselves the most for you out of the SoundCloud group?
So that was my question. I had 2 questions.
Yeah.
Are Uzi and Cardi SoundCloud people? Or are they like, and like Yachty?
So they're people that I feel like embrace SoundCloud after they already had streaming success on the DSPs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see, but also, maybe I just don't know Cardi's history. But I feel like until the self-titled mixtape, I wasn't hearing shit. You know?
Fetty.
Oh, duh.
And
Yeah.
that's SoundCloud.
Yeah. Then yeah.
I feel like it's Cardi then.
Yeah.
Probably because I think Cardi's definitely surpassed that mumble rap. That he's a superstar. He's a culture shifter.
Yeah.
People were looking out for a whole lot of red before he teased that for you.
Fumbled the bag.
Did you know he was still dating Iggy Azalea?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing still.
Yeah, I seen it on Instagram a couple of days ago.
That's
and I got reminded.
That's wild.
It's so
That's
weird.
wild.
It's really
Nick
so
Young,
weird.
Nick Young was dating her. That was like, she's old, fancy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What does she still make music?
I hope not. I don't think so. I really, really don't think so. But
I know Spencer's looking for that next Iggy Azalea.
let me get it. I'm gonna do the review. I called it a review. I'm gonna drop it in the chat today.
So
No speculation, but if it drops, it's mine.
Of course. So, kind of bringing back up this Metro 21 tape because that's what I've been slapping a lot of. I think that's been the talk of music recently. Producer artist collabs you're looking forward to. I have mine personally that I want to talk about because I was thinking about this a lot before the show.
So, you said looking forward to?
Or that you just want to hear.
Because I got some dream collabs.
Yeah, give me a dream one.
They're kind of unrealistic. Some of them are kind of wild.
I'll tell you, like my, right now, the one that if I could really just get someone to do a collab, I want Madlib / Alchemist with Earl Sweatshirt.
Okay. Yeah, and I feel like that's not even that far-fetched.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because Earl's kind of tied into the camp that, definitely Madlib, but a lot of the people that Al works with.
So let's get it done. Or MF Doom.
Okay. I have an Alchemist pick, too. It's a lot less likely.
Okay.
I'd like to see YBN Cordae. I'm sorry, it's just Cordae at this point. I'd like to see Cordae and Alchemist on a collab tape. Because for me, I want Cordae to grow up. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the fun raps as much from Cordae because...
I agree with you 1,000%. I think that Cordae is so gifted, and when he makes songs like that, you might hate me. I might get killed for this. That Thanksgiving song,
yeah,
that's very corny.
No, I didn't love the Thanksgiving song either. I thought you were about to slander
corny.
the new song Gifted, and I do love.
I love
the new
Gifted.
Song,
I love Gifted, bro. But
Yeah.
Roddy's also a guaranteed hit.
Guaranteed. No, but like I feel like if Cordae got on some really mature instrumentals, he'd have no choice but to get so deep in his rap bag. You know what I mean? And you know that he has respect for the legends. You
What
know
about
that.
Cordae Mustard?
Oh, I have a different pick for Mustard. For
Really?
Mustard. Cordae Mustard would be fire, but I feel like
I want
There's
Cordae over
people-
that bounce, bro. Like that West Coast. I don't know why. I just feel like he would kind of kill that.
yeah, I see that. You know who I want on a Mustard tape? Larry June.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Larry
like,
June on a
I could
Mustard
hear
tape.
that. I could for
because
sure hear that.
I love the sample soulful stuff that he's been doing lately with like Harry Fraud and
Insane.
Cooking Soul. But I don't know. I like that bouncy Larry. You know what I'm saying? And I think Mustard could make some real trunk rattlers with Larry June. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think. Ooh. All right. Zaytoven Thug.
Why are you picking all my producers? I got a Zaytoven one too. Zaytoven Thug. Yeah, that would go.
Zaytoven Thug. Zaytoven Gucci again.
Yeah.
I need that.
See, yours are more realistic. I want a Zaytoven Tuzi album.
Okay.
Right?
But that would be. Why is that far fetched?
You're right. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I just haven't seen Zaytoven been doing a lot lately.
Yeah, but I feel like that would sound so good.
Right? Because you hear Tuzi on No Lies, and when that piano comes
That would
in,
sound really
you know what I'm
good,
saying?
bro.
I feel like Tuzi over an album just strictly keys, go dumb.
Who else needs a... I'm trying to think more producers.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a producer.
We're talking about Hit Boy.
Hit Boy. I want Hit Boy with someone who needs a little jump. someone in the Big Sean like age group.
Yeah, that's why. What about like a Wale Hit Boy?
Okay, but let me put someone with Wale.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put someone with Wale. What beats does Wale need?
I don't know. He's trying to do like the poppy, like bouncy shit, but I don't know if that's what he needs.
Wale No ID.
Okay, I can get behind
Wale
that.
No ID would be fire, and I think that would kickstart his career again.
Yeah, he needs something. It's hard for me to watch these singles go unnoticed when he's kind of a legend.
I'm getting excited now.
Who else?
I'm trying to think of someone I really fiend in a project from.
Who do you want? Who do you want on a Pure Born album? Someone kind of unconventional.
Unconventional Pure Born.
Do a collab with Pure Born.
Baby Keem.
Oh!
Baby Keem Pure Born would be really cool.
Okay. Can I?
Uzi.
Let me take it a different direction with Baby Keem.
Okay.
A Baby Keem album fully produced by Tyler, the Creator.
Okay. So now we're talking about GOATs. Now we're talking about legends.
We've been talking about GOATs.
But now we're talking about someone who's about because I could fully see Tyler making that crossover one day, like executive producing an album.
And I feel like Keem fits into that aesthetic of Tyler. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me say, Tyler album executive produced by Kanye West. Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, I need that.
Executively producing. I want R&B. Who's a singer he could produce for?
Tyler? Oh, my God.
Who's a singer he could work with? Or maybe just someone in that R&B type lane.
I don't know. It can't be... I don't know. It needs to be like a little more experimental for him to just make straight R&B. I don't see him ever making like...
It was like, but I feel, he could do that. Tyler
he could.
Tyler could work with like, I need someone with a beautiful voice. Give me
like
one
Giveon?
second. Nah.
See, I don't see it. You know?
I need someone who could utilize those chords.
Yeah.
Cause like he's the type of person like Tyler loves like Feel No Ways by Drake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like imagine if he could get someone like you know someone like that skating over like.
What about Blast?
I was thinking of that, but Blast and Mustard would be cool.
Yeah. Blast is to LA.
Let's go non-West Coast for Blast. Who's a non-West Coast producer you want to see Blast work with?
Like no one. I want Blast to sound like LA. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about him. But if I had to pick someone,
He's a dope producer. Cause I have my pick.
Who's yours?
40.
Yeah, that would probably be cool.
I think him and 40 could mess with. 40 Roddy Ricch.
Yeah.
40 Roddy Ricch.
Yeah. There'd be
40 Roddy Ricch would make hits.
If 40 still has hits in the bag, I'm not
Come
sure if he does.
on.
What was the last hit that he produced?
What was the last Drake song that was big?
But it wasn't. Laugh Now, Cry Later wasn't a 40 song.
I ain't fucking hits, but I think the thing that you really need out of like that producer rapper album, I think you need. For me personally, I love a producer rapper effort when the producer gives the rapper a canvas that they can paint over, like a blank canvas rather than a fill in the number type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's some rappers that I think respond well to the fill in the number thing because I low key think like Metro gave 21 these elaborate beats and he knew kind of how he was going to come on stuff. But if you look at the difference between how I compare Bandana and Alfredo, I think Alchemist just let Freddie do so much and has so much room to breathe on Alfredo.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Madlib is so talented and so good at producing that I don't think Freddie's like an Earl where he can just find these like crazy random pockets. So I think it was almost like he almost had to rap like one of like 3-4 ways, like but pick between like 3-4 flows on a certain song just like so he could go over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%. And yeah, I think the result's better when the artist, not even the artist, the rapper, the vocal performer can kind of take it whatever way they want. Because at the end of the day, you know, the producer, I think, implements so much feeling into the music, but the message and, you know, what you're hearing is authentic to the artist. So, like, that's why I like Alfredo better than, like, Bandana, probably.
Yeah, I mean, and that kind of goes into the best favorite conversation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But real quick, before we talk about that, who's your, let's bring it into the producers real quick, just to end that off. Who's the best producer out right now? Who's your favorite producer out right now? No, let me get best producer out right now, your favorite of all time.
My favorite of all time?
Yeah, just like what producer has made the most just songs you enjoy? Who do you think has the most, like, I don't know, who blows you away every time?
Yeah. Well, favorite of all time is Kanye West.
Okay.
I know it's a basic answer, but
Okay.
it is the true answer.
That's my number 2.
It's your number 2 behind Pharrell? Yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry, I took the grand reveal. I took the
I
grand
mean,
reveal.
you know, I feel
but
like
you got it. If you know Miles, you got it.
You know me, like,
yeah.
you see what I got on me, Golf. Who was his inspiration?
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye, but Kanye might be my. I don't know.
I'm a big Timberland fan, but like I can't even pretend to say that I like Timberland as much as I like Kanye West. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's not close.
No, it's not.
Is it close at all?
No.
Is he the all right? He's just the GOAT.
Timberland's excellent.
Kanye's just the GOAT.
Kanye's the GOAT. Best out right now, it's Alchemist. You know, we've talked about him a lot on the pod and this episode, but he's almost like the hip hop MVP this year, in my opinion. You know, and that's including rappers. You know, and that's saying a lot.
Over Baby and Roddy?
It's close. And I mean, there's others in the conversation too. It's probably Baby right there though. No, I think it's probably Alchemist or Baby.
I think the MVP of like rap, like music, is gonna be Alchemist, and then the MVP of like mainstream rap, you know, I'll give it to Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that to Baby for sure.
Who do you think? So you think it's Al too? Best out right now?
Okay, so hear me out. What No ID has been doing. And it's not what he's been doing, it's the way people ask him to do projects.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's almost like, because I know people going to clown me, whatever, the Logic album or whatever, right? Executive produced for No ID. Whether you like Logic or not, he asked that man to literally produce his retirement album, as far as we know right now.
Mm.
Jay-Z asked him to produce 444. Like, I think he did one other project, right?
Just one?
I'm blanking. I think he like did a big, like a notable, like executive production job on one other thing. But like, I just feel like No ID has this energy around him right now, where it's like, if you have a big thing, if you want to make your stuff a moment, go to him.
Yeah.
And then Kanye, of course, still. I feel like anyone goes to him if you want. Like, who could get a Kanye West executive produced album? How many people in music could go do that right now, outside of the Good Music team?
Yeah, not a lot. And I feel like we'd be really surprised at the people that would be able to get it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it would not be people we expect.
I think it is. I think it's only one person. I think Kanye would executively produce one person's album outside of his camp. And I said it. I think he'd only produce Tyler's.
Only produce Tyler's?
Yeah.
What's their relationship like?
I mean, so you've seen... what's it called? I sent you that Cherry Bomb documentary.
I haven't watched it yet.
Tap into that on YouTube if you haven't. That's the best Tyler album ever. That's my favorite. But in that, like, he rapped on Smuckers, and he literally, him and Wayne come to the stew, about to record their verses. They literally hear Tyler spit. Kanye rips out his verse and says, "Oh, you gonna make me rap?" Mm-hmm. So like, he clearly has respect for Tyler and has seen him work. You know what I mean? And like, he knows that like Late is like Tyler's favorite Kanye song. So like, I feel like they know it's mutual respect. I feel like right now, for sure.
That would be a crazy album.
And he was on Puppet.
And that would be
on the last project.
Kanye was?
Yes.
On Puppet?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Oh, look, yeah, he was, bro.
Production credits?
Nah, like
he sings on that?
He mumbles at the end.
Oh, okay.
But like, I think he did. He for sure produced a little.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get Kanye and not doing nothing.
No, swear to God. No, but I think that does kind of bring up our next topic a lot. Because we were looking at our list. We have some more power rankings coming out. Miles and I are always talking about our favorite projects of the year.
Yeah.
And we were really trying to discuss, the difference between our favorite albums and the albums that we like subjectively think are just the best. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And also like what kind of blend you put together when deciding, your year-end list.
Yeah.
Like how much how much weight you put on.
Because it's
your
for
own
sure got to
personal
be
taste.
a combination.
Definitely.
You can't just put what critics are gonna say is the best.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to put something that you don't want to discredit something that you clearly know was a masterpiece that you just maybe it wasn't meant to be played every day. Mm-hmm. And like the best example for me for that at least is maybe like what's it called? To Pimp a Butterfly. because no one can deny that that's a masterpiece, but it's a little heavy to listen to maybe every day if you don't like if that's not, you don't love jazz influenced music.
Yeah.
The subject matter is really heavy. Like, I can't just go walking down the street happy Tuesday listening to Black of the Berry.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little angry sometimes. So it's situational music too.
And I have the same kind of experience with a couple albums this year for sure, but the one that comes to mind is Pray for Paris, West Side Gun.
Yeah.
Excellent project. I remember listening to that one spin, took my headphones off, and I was like, oh my God, that's for sure going to be one of the best albums of the year.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to think best albums of the year, it's probably a top 5 album this year. You know, you hear what he's saying, the flows that he's hitting, the conceptual, you know, money, like the shit that just carries on throughout the album, and you can't not be blown away and super impressed at his artistry.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't get enough spins for me to be in my top 20.
And you talked about it really well last week when we were speaking about the Amine album, because I think we both really loved it at first, and we're giving it all that album of the year talk because it's an album that obviously I think it's a sound that me and you both kind of like. That's comfortable for us. He was talking about something like subject matters that we can clearly get along with. And he was hitting on and influenced by things that we love. So that's all the elements of a great album that we're going to like fall in love with immediately. So that's why I think it's going to be one of my favorite albums this year. And I probably play it more than I would a Pray for Paris or even like a the Price of Tea in China.
I was going to bring up the Boldy James
You know what I mean? Both of those I think might be better put together projects, more cohesive, but I just like Amine a lot just because it's an easy listen, I guess. And the influence is really clear. And that's what kind of knocks it. Nothing sounds like The Price of Tea in China. Nothing sounds like Pray for Paris. And they're so unique. And there was just so like meticulous work put in. But like you can see the influences that Amine has really clearly on Limbo.
Yeah, 100%. Another example just in my top 5 is for the longest I had Wanna sitting right in front of High Off Life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And at some point I had to cross that bridge where I was like, all right, High Off Life is better than Wanna. It's a better album. He talks about more. It's more interesting. There's more diversity in sound.
Sir.
It's a better album. I just prefer listening to Wanna this year probably. You know what I'm saying? So on my list, I did move it down though. You know, acknowledging it's my favorite. It is now below High Off Life. But also, it's definitely above a ton of albums that are better than it. It's above Pray for Paris.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just because I love Wanna, and I remember the way it made me feel when it came out.
And I think that's why the album of the year and those like top 5 albums are so unique, because oftentimes I think those top 5 projects are the ones that combine being your favorite with also being the best. An example for me would definitely be that Blast album, bro. Or something like that. It may not be in my top 5, probably top 7. Might be top 5 if I keep listening like I am right now. But like, nothing really sounds like it. So I think he's like he don't have any clear influences. And it's just great music. And I love listening to it all the time.
It's
now we're starting to say, okay, I can put this ahead of a Pray for Paris and not feel bad because I think it's on the same level of uniqueness and artistry, and I'm playing it way more.
That's where you find your albums of the year. And that's the Blast tape for me too. Like I was saying last time, like he's my favorite out. He's my favorite guy out right now.
That's crazy to me that you really made that claim. You've been sitting on that for a couple of days now.
I have, and I just like I listen to the tape every day. There hasn't been a day that I haven't listened to No Love Lost in so long.
I can agree with that.
It's such an easy listen. The content, the video content he's putting out is so creative and so well thought out. He's my favorite out.
Bro, with all that being said, I definitely think that Alfredo's probably going to be my #1 album of this year, just because I can go back to it so much, and it's just masterfully done.
It is still my album of the year as well. And I'm just really trying to figure out in my own head if it is that for me because of how much I listen to it. I do listen to it a decent amount, but it definitely more falls along the line of just like, I know it's an excellent album. You know what I mean?
And for me also, I feel it's not necessarily like, I don't want to say it's a coke rap album. You know what I mean? It's drug dealing rap album. So while it is telling his story and there's layers to it, it's not as personal as I think an album that I typically would gravitate towards too for like a favorite album of the year.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the one thing holding me back from it. Because I don't even know what I had over Bandana last year, but I don't think that was my #1. And it probably should have been, probably could have been, you know?
I'm sure you had. Oh no, you had Igor as your number one.
Oh, so I made the right
and so
decision.
much
there
fun.
we go.
You definitely had to have so much fun because that was my album of the year last year.
Oh yeah, huh? So there we go. That makes sense. I need another,
because those are albums that you can point at and point at how well done they were and how much skill was put in and how how Thug and Tyler mastered their craft. But you can also, it's music that you want to listen to every day. You know what I'm saying? Because it fits your personal style and aesthetic.
With it because we know what the album of the year is going to be. We talked about it multiple times. And I'm going to say it every week. I'll let you do the honors if you want.
Yeah, Isaiah Rashad might drop the album of the year. He might.
There we go. Reason just dropped.
I haven't even really heard that tape,
to be
honest.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. I didn't tap into it like I should have, but the cut I did hear was the Isaiah Rashad joint.
Just the fact that I listened, like, just without really giving it much thought, I was way more interested in listening to the Blockboy JB album and even the Lil Loaded album than the Reason. I was like, wait, maybe I don't give a shit about Reason.
Okay, but I think I gotta still tap in.
I do too.
I'm gonna tap in and come
project.
with a more informed opinion next week. Just because I don't know, I'm not gonna hate on it before.
Yeah, I can't hate on it when you haven't heard it. I'm just saying, I wasn't that excited about it. And that Blockboy JB goes.
Yeah,
like
I heard a
we
couple
do have to
cuts
shout
off
that out.
I heard a couple cuts off that.
Carlton is
goes.
ridiculous.
I heard that one.
Hot's
posted.
cool.
What's a little? Don't got a little love song on there?
Oh, Sisters.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that one was funny.
Sisters is cool.
I did not expect him to do that, bro.
And then Swervin' came out a minute ago, but that's such a banger. Such a banger. And then the Lil Loaded project was cool too. If you don't know Lil Loaded, he's definitely been coming up lately. Signed a deal with Epic. Has a cool little cut with Polo G on the album.
What do we got coming up next week?
I mean, this Benny tape that we were talking about, that's definitely the drop from next week.
Okay.
You know, is this Benny album.
I haven't heard that much. Like about anything else, really.
Yeah, I think this Benny album could be the best project to come out of Griselda this year, just with the executive production from Hit Boy.
That's what he's doing. Hit Boy. That's why it was a big one.
And it just sounds like with the Wayne and Sean feature that he dropped, it sounds like he's trying to cross over more into an accessible lane of rap as opposed to his Griselda counterparts who seem very content in their lane.
Griselda Rap Collective of the Year? Question mark.
Yeah, they got to be at this point, right? Yeah, I think they got to be, and I don't even know who's. I mean,
so do
you count like YSL?
Yes.
They've had a good year.
With Keed.
Gunna, Keed, Lil Got It, and Thug's been over a ton of shit. You like Slime and B, I didn't really, but
TDE has
just Reason.
Okay, Rashad's dropping too, so that's not gonna be
no.
Dreamville. Dreamville did a decent amount, right?
Yeah, they had the did the collab album come out this year?
No,
last year.
They had their little deluxe version of it come out at the end of
last year.
Oh yeah,
and Spillage Village. They had.
I feel like we're in anticipation for a lot of things.
Yeah,
we're in anticipation for a lot of big drops. People are excited for Kendrick, maybe.
Yeah.
Rashad is coming.
I don't think it's been that crazy of a year for collectives. I can't think of another group or collective that's really done anything close to what Griselda's done.
Because the mob ain't giving us nothing.
No, not at all.
I say that as didn't Ferg drop a tape.
Yeah.
Didn't Ferg drop a tape? Yeah, Ferg dropped, but I need Rocky or like something.
I mean, 12's coming out. 12's been dropping singles that have been cool.
How old is Smokey Margella, bro?
He's got to be 18 by now.
I want a Smokey Margella album, bro.
He fell off, man. Where'd Smokey go? He had a little bit of push behind him, and then I don't know where he went.
School. High school.
Back to high school.
Geometry.
He went to driver's ed.
Dang. All right, man. Well, that's been another great episode of the StereoVision podcast. Thank y'all for rocking with us.
Yeah, if you're watching this shit on YouTube, keep in mind that you can stream this now on Spotify or wherever else you
tap
listen
into
to
the
podcasts.
audio version.
Yeah, if it's more accessible to you, or if you're listening to this on Spotify, come see our pretty faces. Tap into us on YouTube, TheStereoVision.
Yep.
We're cross platforms, but thanks for rocking with us tonight.
Like, share, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, peace.